to Reese's Vibes. So today we're going to be making Brussels sprouts, but they're inspired by Cooper Hawk's Winery. So you could save some money and do it yourself at home. Um, so we're going to get started with our Cooper Hawk's inspired Thai chili Brussels sprouts. All right. I'm hoping I'm in the camera trying something different view so you can see. So this is the Brussels sprouts. And let's see, Brussels sprouts have about 4 grams of protein, like in 1 cup of Brussels sprouts. 4 grams of protein, 56 calories, 4 grams of fiber, 0.8 grams of fat, and 11 carbs. And it's what you call it,
The word is cruciferous.
Kind of vegetable it is. But Brussels sprouts are a good form of vitamin C, vitamin K. Vitamin C we know is for our immune system, so it helps promote boosting up our immune system. Vitamin K helps with healing. So like the Brussels sprouts that help with blood, helping your blood to clot. So if you cut yourself, it helps you to stop excess bleeding. Vitamin K also helps in repairing the tissue in your body. And Brussels sprouts are good for inflammation. So let's eat up so we don't have them inflamed joints, decrease that arthritis. I'm pretty sure this probably will taste good if I put some turmeric on. I'm not going to do it this time, but turmeric is a good good for inflammation also. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how I cut them. So I cut the bottom off, and then I turn it flat, and then I just cut it in half. And when the leaves fall off, keep them, throw them in the bowl, and keep them because they get crispy and they're like a potato chip. They're crunchy. So this is what they look like after they've all been cut up. So if you get any loose leaves, keep them. They are so good. All right, so what we're going to start with is some olive oil. The olive oil is going to be depending on how many Brussels sprouts. This is probably 2.5 cups of Brussels sprouts, maybe 3. But what I do is I just drizzle the olive oil till you can almost coat all of the Brussels sprouts. Not a whole bunch, but just enough because you're going to shake it. So let me see if I can find a measuring spoon. And let's see. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 6. So this is 6 teaspoons that I've used so far. And I may add some more. And just kind of shake it around to see how they're coating. I'm going to eyeball it. You can overdo it because you're not going to, olive oil is good for you, but some of the oil is going to be in the bowl and not in your pan that you're going to cook it in. So I'm just going to get it coated. And then we're going to do some, let's find the other garlic powder. And you're just going to coat it. I'm going to say a tablespoon of garlic powder. this new container. When I say prep all the time, I thought this one was already open. Hold on. Looks like about a tablespoon. Pink Himalayan sea salt. And if you're on a low carb diet, even though I know it say that it's 11 carbs, it's still a low carb vegetable. So if you're on a low carb diet, I'm not, I'm just eating fruits and vegetables. So, and this pink Himalayan sea salt is coming out slow. Looks like I'm doing a lot, but it's really not. And I'm going to say probably 2 tablespoons of the pink Himalayan sea salt. And we had about a tablespoon and a half of garlic powder. And then we're going to put the activating black pepper. It's just regular black pepper, but this is what makes all the other herbs work. And maybe this was just about a teaspoon and a half of black pepper. All right, let me get the top to the bowl. You just shake it. Put your hips into it. Work your waistline. Don't do it if your bow don't close all the way. All right. And this is what they look like, coated. And then the one thing to make it Cooper Hawk inspired is cashews. And you want to get the, let's see, unsalted. You just want some plain cashews. Should have made sure everything was open before I got on camera, huh? These are whole cashews. You could break them in half if you want to. I'm not. I'm just gonna put the whole thing in there. You can put as much nuts as you want, or if you just want less, then put less. If you don't want them at all, you don't have to do it at all. But the nuts is really good in there. So this is probably about a 1/4 cup of cashews. One day I'll tell you the benefit of cashews, but not today. It's a good source of fat. All right. And the other thing with Brussels sprouts is they help control your appetite, so that's good. We don't want to overeat going into the new year, so these will help curb your appetite, but they are really good for you. So this is what they look like, and then you can shake them again to get those coated, and then you're going to put them in, you could do it on a flat baking sheet, or you could do, I'm doing a glass Pyrex pan. And then you just dump them in the pan. Get those loose leaves out of there. All right, and then you're going to put them in the oven on 400. You're going to cover it with aluminum foil, and you're going to let them cook for about 30 minutes in the oven. And we'll be back to see what they look like. Now we're going to check them. And we'll let them cook for about 10 more minutes so they get crispy. All right, be back. All right, so now we're going to take the Brussels sprouts out the oven. And they're going to look like this. All nice and crispy. You could either use this by itself, and this is the Thai chili, or the gochujang honey garlic. I'm gonna do half and half. So one half would be garlic, and the other half would be Thai chili. And you just drizzle it on top. You just put however much you want on top. And then you're gonna stick it back in the oven for like 5 minutes just so it can get hot.
I was making sure it wasn't too garlicky.
I really like this one.
You could tell I like the Thai chili.
So once it gets on, it's going to look like that. Yummy. And you put it back in the oven for like 5 minutes. Don't take long at all. And then Brussels sprouts are done.
I made cauliflower steaks to go along with the Brussels sprouts. If you would like to see a video on how to make these, comment down below. They taste so good, just like chicken.